Hey, welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking about the electric vehicle market, its environmental impact, and the potential worldwide adoption of this incredible new technology. The EV market is expected to have an enormous positive impact on the environment, but there's also high emissions associated with the EV production. It sounds counterintuitive, but there's going to be a substantial environmental impact due to all the different elements that are used to create these electric vehicles. It's estimated that aluminum will emit the highest amount of carbon dioxide, followed by graphite, nickel, and cobalt, copper, and lithium. So while on the surface, electric vehicles sound like they're saving the planet, there's actually a decent amount of environmental impact caused just from the base materials to create these vehicles. So we can't talk about electric vehicles without comparing them to internal combustion engines. The gas required for traditional vehicles is dependent on the oil extraction processes. This includes the burning of natural gas and gas flaring. Now, gas flaring has had a huge environmental impact. Since 1996, there's been a 20% increase in gas flaring, while at the same time, a 13% decline in oil production. So is your electric vehicle really, truly electric? Kind of a surprise, but that's a misconception, because electricity has to be created. And when the electricity is created, the power plants are putting off CO2 emissions. So here's a breakdown of what the annual emissions per vehicle are looking like. If we take a look at a Toyota Corolla, which is powered by gas, we can see that over 13 years, it's expected to produce around 70 million pounds of CO2. But here's the crazy part. A Tesla Model 3 that comes from a coal-fired power plant produces only about 10% less, at 62 million pounds over the span of 13 years. So if your electric vehicle is powered by a coal-fired grid, it actually makes more CO2 in the first 5 years. And then after 5 years, just only slightly less than your Toyota Corolla, powered on gasoline. However, if your electric vehicle is powered exclusively by carbon-free hydroelectricity, the catch-up period is only 6 months. So the real difference in making the positive impact to the environment is not just buying the EV, but also where your power is coming from. If it's coal-fired power, it's not going to make much difference. And the best case scenario is a hydroelectricity powered car. So as you would expect, the batteries are the most crucial part of the entire electric vehicle process. And it costs about 1/3 of the entire cost of the car comes just from the batteries. Now, there's some positive news because the price for the lithium-ion battery packs has declined over the last decade tremendously. But at the same time, the demand for those EV powered battery packs has been rising exponentially. So at the end of the day, it's all about the batteries. When the EV market can improve the batteries, the EV market can satisfy the demand. Now, it's not just cars that the electric vehicles are taking over. If you look at the 2- and 3-wheeler category, which includes motorcycles, buses, commercial vehicles, and also passenger cars, you can see that the amount of barrels of oil displaced per day has gone from 725,000 in 2015 to over 1.5 million barrels of oil per day in 2021. So that means in the span of just 6 years, the EV market across all the types of vehicles has displaced double the amount of barrels per day than in 2015. So we're seeing positive impact to the environment from the amount of oil that's being burned. But also you have to keep in mind where the elements are being mined and the environmental impact from that, as well as where the electricity is coming from for these vehicles. Be sure to come back next week. We're going to be talking about the politics of the electric vehicles and the risk that these producers are facing, not just here domestically, but also all the way around the world. Be sure to head to outlier.com, that's OVTLYR.com, to see how Outlier is turning investor behavior into stock market success.